Welcome, welcome, everyone. Suzanne Taylor King here for the AI tools to increase your productivity. And by a show of hands, how many of you are currently using AI every day in your business? Every day in your business. Awesome. Well, today we're going to talk about my 14 favorite tools and how you can start to incorporate them into everything you do. And one of the things that I love most about this workshop is that it's a very high level overview of the tools and how and why to implement them into your business. We're not going to get into the nitty-gritty details of how to use the tool. Like my normal workshops are very hands-on and very instructional. This is going to be more inspiring you to check out these tools and see how you can use them to be more productive. I'm currently creating a month's worth of content in less than an hour. Quality content that sounds like me and feels like it's me writing it. And most recently, creating shortened versions of 60 and 90-minute workshops. This might be really attractive for you, Tom Gay. Um, those longer workshops, I'm transcribing, shortening them into action steps, and then using them in my members' community, which, if you want to stick around and hear about my membership, I will be sharing some awesome info at the end. No pressure, but if you want to stay and have that conversation about my inner circle community and all the value that's there, just stick around when we're done. How's that sound? Awesome. Yes, maybe, maybe so. Okay. All right. Awesome. Hi, Richard. Great to see you. Martine, great to see you. Chris Kenny with a hat on, looking good. And Nikki and Tina. Awesome. Welcome, welcome. All right. First things first, I'm going to share my screen and we're going to start. Now, mind you, this whole presentation was created by outlining the tools. I literally used AI and put all the tools I wanted to be featured in this presentation. These are my favorite AI tools. Please create a outline for a workshop that talks about all of these tools. Why to use them, when to use them, how to use them for a solopreneur. And I thought, if I'm creating this workshop on AI tools, why not show people what I created with AI tools? So here we go. And you're going to see AI tools empowering solopreneurs. And the beautiful thing, everybody can see my screen? Okay, cool. This image is me as a superhero, which I kind of thought was cool for it to create. And we want to talk about at a really high level how this can revolutionize your workflows in your business. So, first tool obviously is ChatGPT, your writing assistant. I have written emails, social media posts, emails to my clients after client sessions, taking my notes from my AI note taker, dropping it into Chat GPT and say, create an email for Mike O'Neill that gives him his to-do list and motivates him to continue the great work that he's currently doing. And out comes an awesome email. So you can also brainstorm with Chat GPT, and that it's my best thinking partner. And when you want to think about a new client or a new workshop or just a new idea or a name for something, there's so many custom Chat GPTs that you can look through to do custom things like that. And they're already programmed. And customer support. So customer queries and FAQs for your business are huge right now. So if you're a coach or a solopreneur, having an FAQ page for people to look at can really make a difference in your business. So that's number one. Number two is Jasper. Jasper is great at marketing materials. I don't currently have the paid version, but I did for a long time. And it did really, really great sales page copy. Now I have some prompts, 12 or 13 prompts done in a series to create landing page copy that seem to be working really well as well. But if you're just getting started with creating copy, landing pages, ad campaigns, or email marketing, Jasper is a great, great source for that. Um, and let me just check the chat. If there's any questions as we move forward, just raise your digital hand so I see you when we're screen sharing. All right, the third tool, Fathom. That's my meeting assistant. Now, normally Fathom would be here in this meeting taking notes, but because this is something that you register for ahead of time, Fathom does not work in that situation. So this is really important to remember. If you're going to use an AI note taker like Fathom, and there's a couple others, but if you're going to use one of those and have people register for a Zoom event, those events are not supported with a note taker that's on your computer. So that's really important to remember. Now, what Fathom does for me and how I use it. I had 2 sales conversations today. I record those and I evaluate myself. I also record all of my client sessions with some custom instructions in my Fathom that tell me listen for my clients' questions and listen for action items on my part and my client's part. And this way I get a report that's everything my client needs to do before the next session and everything I said I would do, because that's important to me. It also, if you're recording meetings, so imagine you're recording a workshop like this or a group session, you can extract the necessary information from the chat or from the summary of the meeting. It's been life-changing for having a Wednesday full of clients back to back. And my email summaries for my clients are going out the same day versus the next day. And as far as follow-up, you can generate, should I follow up with this client based on these notes from this meeting? Should I follow up with this person? And how should I follow up with them? And I incorporate some bank code system into that and ask for an email written in that person's style in follow-up. And that's a whole course in itself. And if you're interested in how to respond and follow up with people in a better way, just put respond in the chat and I'll invite you to that one as well. Okay, now Trello. How many of you have heard of Trello? It's an awesome like board for keeping track of projects, people. Really is a really cool tool and I used it for years. But now you can add in Butler AI and automate workflows, give smart assignments to your staff or your virtual assistants, and never communicate outside of Trello if you're managing lots of projects. And the notifications are just off the wall. So I can literally have a text message come to my phone when a project is completed by my agency partner. And it's great, even though I'm not doing the work, I'm not the project manager, but I'm in that workflow to get an alert when that project is completed for a client. And it's been amazing, like high touch kind of thing for my clients. So highly recommend. All right, Zapier. For those of you who use a funnel software or numerous AI tools, Zapier makes them all talk to each other very, very simply. My newest one that I just set up is when you register for a Zoom meeting with me, you register for a workshop or a networking event. Instead of me needing to download those lists of people and put it into my CRM, it now happens automatically. It's automating some tasks from my funnel software for me, like alerting a Google spreadsheet of new people that signed up, just so I have a backup. It also syncs information from calendar on my computer to calendar on my phone to calendar in my funnel software, so there's no more overlaps and mistakes. Unreal. Really, really fun. Opus, another one of my rock star favorites. Opus is a video content creation. So, taking a video like this and breaking it up into smaller videos. I do 10, 20-minute trainings once a week and an hour-long training once a month. Well, guess what? That now becomes all content for Reels, for Instagram, for Facebook. And now with LinkedIn's video feed going crazy, I'm now posting on LinkedIn like that as well. And with the paid version of Opus, listen to this time saver. I take a video, I record a video, 10-minute training. That 10-minute training ends up to be 6 to 8 less than 2-minute clips, small edits, maybe. And I take those and right in the Opus platform, I schedule them to TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook and have a whole calendar in there for my clips. And that's something that I'm working on doing more of as I record these shorter trainings for people. Okay, of course, Grammarly, the old favorite that you can use the AI version of Grammarly, which is paid, to improve your writing. And this will give you whole new sentences, new ways to say things, all based in AI, along with plagiarism detection. And the interesting part with AI content, we don't, when we create content with AI, we don't know where it's pulling that content from, really, besides AI's brain. So for me, since, I don't want to put other people's content out there, even if it is remotely similar, this Grammarly tool will pick that up. So that was really exciting for me. All right, Notion AI. Notion is a organizational platform and it structures your thoughts and your notes, allowing you to create a system for organizing things. So I have all my AI prompts organized in a dashboard in Notion. I have all my productivity systems, my ways of thinking about things. So all this learning that I'm doing, I'm actually keeping track of it in a Notion dashboard, separate Notion dashboards. And it also will give you AI powered suggestions on documents you create. So you have to create it, but then AI can enhance and help you overcome some writer's block for some of those things. It also does a great job project tracking. If you're looking for something reasonably easy to use to track projects, depending on your use case, and we can get into that if you have questions, I would either lean towards a Notion dashboard to track projects or Trello. They both have their unique features. My new favorite, this lady, Perplexity, supercharged AI research. I recently invested in the paid version of Perplexity. And when you want to use this, is when you want real information pulled from the internet. So it uses AI to search the internet, blogs, resources, YouTube videos, books on Amazon, and give you intelligent based research. And what's really, really cool is that it gives you alternatives. So if you ask a question in Perplexity, it will give you suggestions on other things to look at. And it takes going down a rabbit hole to a whole new level if you're researching a topic. The market insights available are incredible. And I recently saw somebody who was using it to analyze stock performance, which was kind of interesting. Continuous learning, which I love this idea of always learning more on a topic. I have my degree in positive psychology, and I did a search on Perplexity, and I got my degree in 2011. And I just asked, what updates, advancements, or research has been done in the field of positive psychology as it relates to coaching since 2011? Wow. Wow, did I get some incredible reading, some incredible insights on the research that's happening right near me at the school I went to at University of Penn that I never would have heard about otherwise doing that research. So if you're into learning about certain topics at a time like me, you will love Perplexity. If you're dealing with clients in the medical, legal, dental space, you can guarantee that what you're searching is real because it will cite everywhere it pulled the information from. So if you're looking for current studies, current research, current numbers, you you have a site to go check where it got that information from. And that can be important for so many of us in the space. This is a new one for me that I just learned about a couple weeks ago. Surfer SEO. Love to surf. Thank you very much. Already knew I was going to like this tool. But what it does is it helps you analyze and optimize and track blog content and written content. I'm not doing as much of that anymore on my website, but I love the suggestions for keyword usage and content structure. Keywords can be really, really important for somebody searching you on Google. And what I love about it is you can update those keywords in the data of your website, but you can also make sure you use those prominent keywords that you've researched in your LinkedIn profile. So when somebody searches your name and those keywords are present, you could get some crossover on the search. So if you want to test out how this might work, go to Google and search your name and see if your LinkedIn profile comes up. If it does, your LinkedIn profile is doing what it needs to do as far as Google goes. Okay, next one, Descript. Anybody that has a podcast or does any video live streaming, it's not only is it a video editing tool, but it is transcription magic, but also it's a great content repurposer. So for me, I already have a podcast. It already gets transcribed for me. It already gets video clips for me, LinkedIn posts created for me. But here's what it doesn't do. I can take that transcript from my podcast and put it into Descript and write a blog post about that guest and that podcast and have it craft an email follow-up for that guest that's unique and different, but still includes the relevant information and something custom for them. So what you're seeing right now is one of my secrets for having people feel closer to me, more taken care of by me, and more individual attention at scale. How was I going to continue giving that amount of high touch to people without working 80 hours a week? This is how I do it. And it's been absolutely incredible. And the smart cuts feature, if you are a person who says, uh, and uses those filler words all the time, it will cut those out of your videos. And I have numerous clients who are new in the video and training space, and they use a lot of those filler words. So this has really helped up their authority when they publish those videos. I had to work really hard to not do that on a training video or a call like this. And to have this feature back then would have been absolutely incredible. So they are my top 12 tools. And again, if you would like those slides, just put slides in the chat and I will make sure you have those. And now I'd love to open up the floor for questions, use cases, or, what you're working on in your business with AI and how I could help. Go ahead, Richard. You had your hand up first.
I've been using Gemini to do a lot of work,
Mhm.
obviously not graphic. And most recently, I gave it a project to find out to do some eavesdropping on the internet. I wanted to know. Now I have to remember what I asked. Oh, the Florida realtors were having
Uh-huh.
a convention, and I wanted to know what they would like in the way of speaker topics. What
Mm.
did they believe would be, what could Gemini find that would be most interesting and captivating to a bunch of Florida realtors? And my first surprise was it said it's going to take 2 to 3 days to get that done. Well, wow, I said, that's interesting.
Okay.
And sure enough, it took 2 days and it came back with, I had given it a list of six to start with
Mm-hmm.
because the speakers that are available cover these six topics. It honed it down to three and said, inside the three, here are three details. So it did a great deal of work. Perplexity may have done it better. I'm not sure. Uh,
Yeah. Give it a
but
try. Take
I
that
may.
same, because comparing things side to side, there's a tool called Chat Hub, HUB, that uses six tools all at one time. So it would use Gemini, Jasper, ChatGPT, Perplexity, and I forget the others all at one time. So you put the query in at the top or the prompt, and you'll get six responses, which
Hmm.
that's amazing to me.
Yeah,
And it's $20 a month,
right.
where ChatGPT is $20 a month. So you're really getting six tools for the price of
Yeah.
one.
This was free. Gemini for me is free. So
Yeah,
that's a
Perplexity
great
is
price.
is realistically free too. Um,
Yes. Yeah.
the reason to pay for Perplexity is the ability to save queries and research and,
Uh-huh.
kind of keep track of things that you've done for writing purposes. But I would head over there and try the same
I
query
think
and
I'll do
see what
that.
you
The
get.
same prompt.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Tina.
So, as a real novice in ChatGPT, I just started using it for titles, content creation. I haven't like these are like wow, so
Mhm.
much. I also have a community. I also have a podcast. I run meetings every week in my community and the summits that I do every quarter.
Yeah.
And there's so much that I could definitely use
Mm.
ChatGPT for. And I've been doing a lot, helping me to find titles and things like that. So this could be a stupid question. I'm just going to say it because I'm
No,
really brand
no
new.
stupid questions.
how do I connect to these tools? Do I just go to Google and put, like, how do I get them?
Well, I have an affiliate program for two of them, but
Okay.
honestly, just go search and compare.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if it's I made that presentation with Gamma, GAMMA,
Okay.
and I have the paid version of that as well because I created two presentations this week.
Okay.
And I'm happy to show you how to use it. It's very, very easy.
Okay.
Um, and
Okay.
then any of the other tools that might be helpful, just do a Google search for that.
Okay. Okay. Good.
Perplexity is just perplexity.ai.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
and there's a
Good.
new tool called Flux that I'm playing with to create images. And I'm not sure about it yet. It's a little complicated for the novice, so I wouldn't send you there. You could just use Chat GPT for images.
Okay. Okay. Good. Yeah, I haven't even used ChatGPT for images.
Awesome.
I use Canva, but I love it. Okay. So
Okay.
much.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. You're welcome. Rob.
Suzanne, just to add on to that, there's
Oh, sure.
a platform called Ruby,
Oh,
RUBI.
yes.
It's an
Yes.
aggregator of all of those, Tina. So rather than you having to go to sign up for all of them, just go to that RUBI space AI, find that platform. Suzanne's AI guy.
Yeah, it kind of
We both
sounds
follow.
like it's like Chat Hub. It
Okay.
uses all different tools to give you different
Okay.
responses.
Super good. Super
Yeah,
good.
really good. Sorry,
Good.
Rob.
One thing that I've done that's helped me with content creation is I'll go into ChatGPT, give me 30 questions that a potential customer would ask if, boom, what I create a scenario. Then you got 30 questions. There's 30 days of content that I can build around.
Yeah.
And that's helped me get past that content loop. And then as I'm creating content, I'll also ask it, hey, give me 5 action points that for whatever I'm writing about. Give me 5 action points that someone
Yeah.
can take and use. That
Yeah.
helps as well too. I've
Oh, yeah.
also gone into Dolly and given my content and said, create an image based on this. And I get an image based on whatever that content is I've created. I've used it a couple of times
Yeah.
and I'll put it to Canva. I love Canva as well. The great thing about Canva, I can schedule all my content through Canva.
Yes, you can do that. And I'm going to challenge you to go one step further. I love the track that you're on.
Mhm.
Um, there's a custom GPT that will create prompt image prompts for you. So you'll get even better prompts for your images. So that's
Okay.
one tip.
Yeah.
So just search the GPTs for
Mhm.
a prompt generator or an
Okay.
image prompt generator. And there's numerous ones. I've tried a couple. They're all decent. And if
Mhm.
you're going to use Dolly to create images, being as specific as possible with the
Right.
request is
Yeah.
imperative. And
Yeah.
you might even want to add in, please add no words to the image because it's notorious for spelling weird words and giving you weird insights. But the best tip is to create a statement about you and
Mhm.
about your ideal clients. And if you want those resources on how to do that, just put ideal client in the chat. And I have a
Okay.
series of prompts that will teach you how to create your own brand voice. And then when you go through that, it takes about an hour. I'm not going to lie. But here's what
Yeah.
you get. And I'm going to show you what it created for me. Um, hold on. Oh, I'll just share that. So here's the document that I have for myself. And this is what I save. And every time I'm starting a new thread in ChatGPT, I prompt it with this information. So here's about my work with entrepreneurs. And then
Mhm.
here's the 2 paragraph about my ideal clients. And then
Hmm.
here's about my guests for my podcast. And so, say, for example, I want to reach out to Dr. Ben Hardy, whose book 10x is easier than 2x changed my life. And I'm going to reach out to him and ask him to be on my podcast. I'm going to take this, feed it into a new prompt, and then I'm going to take a bit about him and feed it in there. And I'm going to say, please create an email to invite Dr. Ben Hardy to my podcast. And then it did that for me. And then I said, what would be a really unique way to reach out to him via LinkedIn message? It created that for me. And guess what? He said yes. He's going to be on my podcast in November. And so because it's personalized, and it's personalized way faster and way better than I would think to do it myself. The other paragraph I have is about my referral partners, who those people are. And it's helped me clarify when I go to a networking event and people say, Sue, who can I introduce you to? I have an exact description of that person. And then here is a description of my community. So if I'm going to create an event or content or an invitation to my community, I would start the thread off with about me, about my ideal clients, and about the community. Please craft an invitation. And wow, the information is just so much better and so more personalized. So having those statements about you in a document, because you're trying to attract men to your community and your events, and you want to be bolder with your about statement and all the things you're asking for. And if you just save a document with this, you can make your threads on any AI platform so much more personal when you do that. Hope that was helpful.
It was. Thank you.
Awesome. Tom.
Yeah, thank you. Great stuff, Suzanne. Thank you for delivering this.
Welcome.
I'm a heavy user of all these toys. It's a sickness, in fact.
I know it is.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you something else now that will drive your sickness a little
Oh
further.
no. Oh no. Tom,
Yeah.
every time I talk to you, it's like you give me stuff to do.
No, you'll get addicted to this. It's a new tool from Google.
Oh my God. I know where you're going. It's wonderful.
Notebook IM. Any piece of content that I add to it, it does several things. One, it turns it into a conversation between two people, having a live conversation about whatever the content is. And I also have I have another website where a YouTube video where the gentleman who used Notebook used another AI tool to actually create a video of two people using the WAV file that it created. But I found a better way to use it, and I want to give you this.
Okay.
You spoke about FAQs at the beginning. Put in any blog, put in any piece of content, and then choose the option to create FAQs, and you are filled immediately with shareable content.
I love it.
And it is just an amazingly convenient tool. I love it for its speed, and I just have to discipline myself not to be in all this stuff all day long.
I've been down this rabbit hole with Notebook LM, and I'm going to show you what I created just so you're proud of me, Tom, because I live for your approval. I was learning about sales, especially for coaches. So here's all my different notebooks, and we're going to go in right into the sales notebook. And what I did, over here on the left, I added in all these different sources, cut and paste. This is a book summary. There's numerous different book summaries: Psychology of Selling, Sales Objection, Sales Process, Scaling Your Coaching Business, a couple workbooks I had from different courses I took. So I added that all in, and then basically it created, I can create an FAQ. I can create a study guide, and I did create a study guide, but it also creates a conversation. That's what Tom was talking about, creates a conversation between two people about all my content. So you could literally create an audio podcast just by uploading a couple blog posts of yours that would have two people talking about your content. It's pretty accurate and pretty interesting. And I will say, when you look at what I created, let's close that. I created a study guide for myself because I was going deep on the topic of sales. And what it created for me is a quiz to quiz myself on my sales ability. Now, how do you think I could use these questions to create content, to create a workshop, to create interest within, like, it's endless what you could create. So really, really a fun tool to play with. You can create a second brain for yourself. So if you have a lot of intellectual property like Tom does, Tom, you could literally load it with transcriptions of all your trainings, and you could create a virtual Tom, and your referrals made easy. Sorry, I just gave you a massive project.
Thank you. I need a
Welcome.
10th day of the week.
Okay, perfect. Me too. Me too.
Using Notebook, I put in a 3-page article that I had written maybe 2 years ago, right after the Great Resignation, and talked about all the reasons that it happened, didn't happen, and develop and transformation of organizations. It's all, everything's connected. There's no, I put it into Notebook, and these two people had a conversation. I said, wow, that sounds familiar. And they kept referencing the source, which was an interesting aspect of the dialogue that occurs between these two people. And it's true for whoever would use it.
Yeah.
It was right on the money, and they made the point verbally much better than I did in writing.
Yeah.
It really was impactful. Great tool.
I love that. One, because I don't know about you, but I'm busy, and sometimes have to, I like to respond to people who message me or email me. And you might notice within the past couple years, if you email people, they don't even say thank you or got it or okay. Like, I don't even know if you read my email. Could you let me know? But that's not a thing anymore, apparently. And what I've noticed, to be able to shorten communication and be really, really clear about what you're saying, that has helped me tremendously. I tend to give too much information, not be direct enough. So it's helped me in that respect. Shorten communication, be more direct, maybe even be more assertive, because I tend not to be as assertive as I need to be. So it's been really, really helpful from that respect for me. Any other questions?
Thanks, Suzanne. I have
You're
to
welcome.
go.
You're welcome. Yeah, Robert, go ahead.
This is great.
Great to see you, Richard.
Same here.
Suzanne, two things. And by the way, always great. I really look forward to when your events are, when you're hosting an event. I put a note in the comments. Zapier, I used it years ago. It was connected to LinkedIn. Is this the same program and they've expanded services, or because it sounded a little different?
There used to be a LinkedIn AI tool that would help you message people on LinkedIn automatically. This is not that.
Oh, it's a different company. Okay.
Different.
That was a great tool.
It was, but I think lots of people that were using it got flagged on LinkedIn because it.
I still get them. You can tell if someone doesn't take the time, using like you said, and take the robot voice out of what you're saying and make it personalized, and where all of these do come in. It's amazing. You mentioned one, I hope Mike can actually read my notes. In Notion, organizing your ideas. Like I use notes on Windows. So I have it on my screen. I can always, but I'm switching over to Mac.
Okay.
It's similar because I'm at a point where I'm actually overwhelmed by my own notes. They're either too long or my list of notes, filtering through them is too long.
Well, Notebook LM that I just showed you is free right now. So you could organize notes in different notebooks there. Personally, I love Evernote, and because it's synced from my computer to my phone. So I can be out somewhere with my phone and think of something and put it in the right notebook. And when I get home, it's on my computer. So if you're a Mac user, Notebook is wonderful for that. Or Evernote, I'm sorry. And then, Notebook LM, the Google's feature, that would be synced across your devices because it's a web access.
And maybe I don't know if this is the right question, but if it's a Google Doc, it's a Google program. I think I noticed this today, that there's a button to go in through. I have was it Google Workspace?
Oh, yes, and there's a button to go in through Google Drive as well.
It seems like different. You can actually set up an app with different programs, which I don't think access by just using Chrome.
No, I'm not sure on that, but I know with Notebook, I could create a notebook for all of my Google Docs and literally bring every single Google Doc I have, which is insane, and bring that all in to one mind, so to speak.
That's excellent. I mean, if that's, I'm going to look into it now. That
okay. Awesome. You're welcome. All right. If there's no other questions, I am just going to show you a couple slides about what I'm doing with the Idea Lab. The Idea Lab, no other questions? Anyone? Okay. The Idea Lab community has been my baby on Facebook for years and years. And because of all the work I've been doing in the AI space and the community space, I wanted a membership. And I wanted that membership to reflect not only everything I'm learning about AI and community, but also have my networking events, expand on my coach event that I have every month. So that coach event that I have once a month that's free, that's still going to be free. But if you want more, if you want a business coach to actually work with you as a coach, there's going to be a session for that. There's a book club. And I want to just show you yet again another presentation that I created with Gamma in about 5 minutes by uploading all of the features of the Idea Lab. And more than the features, it's this community to grow your business with actual referrals that I've learned from Tom Gay, and actual network of high achieving people, and then all the tools and support that I've learned over the last 15 years in the online space. And it's gamified. So as you get involved, you unlock more bonuses. And one of my new members has been just a really high achiever. She unlocked my LinkedIn course and she was getting ready to do her LinkedIn profile. And she messaged me and she said, "My husband saw what you helped me with LinkedIn. And he said, 'Why is this so cheap?'" Well, my LinkedIn program was never anywhere. I just gave it to my private clients. And I put all of that stuff into this community. So as you level up, you get different bonuses unlocked. This workshop will be every month. I will have a tech lab AI workshop where we go deep into a tool and I show you how to use it, how to bring it into your business. So the features, an expert once a month will be coming to give a presentation to our community. The referral pods alone are matched, groups of 10 people matched together by me and a neuroscience-based assessment that I've partnered with. And based on that assessment and my knowledge of what you do, I will be placing people in groups of 10 or 12 for actual referrals in your business. There's a book club. My book club was hugely popular last year. And when I ended it, many people asked me to bring it back. I read the book, then we discuss the book, and there's an action plan to implement the things from the book. Our first book for November is Key Person of Influence by Daniel Priestley. And if you haven't read it, it's amazing. And then, of course, the AI workshops once a month with a complete prompt library that will overwhelm even the unoverwhelmable. It's so complete. And of course, the engagement that I mentioned. When you get to level 7 in the community, you get to be a guest on my podcast, which reaches about 75,000 followers across my platforms. Then the engagement. This is key. And that's what we talked about last night at Coach Conversations. You're going to get a Start Here module teaching you how to engage in a community and get more out of it, which that was really important to me. Then you get my course. If you're not yet making $100,000 a year in your business, I will unlock this course for you. This course used to be $10,000 and it was a year-long program. And I've taken all of those group coaching sessions, 60 to 90-minute trainings, and broken them down to 10 to 20-minute trainings with action steps for you to take. And it's an incredible value. It's all included in the community. If you join, you're going to introduce yourself. You'll meet with me to get your custom roadmap for the community. And there's actual business coaching in this community if you desire it with my head business coach. And if you're interested, there's over 15 events right now per month for specific different entrepreneurs. And if you'd like to partner with me to help me grow the community, there is an affiliate program if you're interested. So that's it. That's my spiel on the Idea Lab. Any questions? Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Tina. Tina's a member. Troy's a member. Troy's at the top of the leaderboard right now. Tom Gay is a member, going to be dropping some massive value as our first guest expert, and really appreciate you guys.
I guess I need to be more involved so that I can be a guest on your podcast.
Well, hey, if that's the motivation to get you to level 7, that's cool. See, gamifying things works.
Yes.
Nikki's a member. Chris Kinney is a member, and really Mike O'Neill's a member. So you might be missing out if you're not.
Great stuff. Thank you, Suzanne.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too. Bye, everybody.
Any questions for me? All right. Thank you, Tom.
This was very valuable, Suzanne, as always. And thanks for the reminder, getting in that platform and engaging.
Yeah.
We'll do that tonight. Thank you.
explore the resources and let me know.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Have a good one.
You too.
Thank you.